Hello, Amy and Team Pearson. Welcome to Creating an Exhibit. And we're going to start at the very beginning for those who are watching this video for the first time. So what we're going to do is you'll go to your URL. Right now we're on our development server, but it'll always be the same. You'll always press WP-admin and hit enter, and it will log you in to your login screen. See as it loads. And we're going to go ahead and put in the username and password I created for Amy the other day. So we're going to enter our username and then our password. And building these exhibits is going to be quite fun, actually. It's going to be very cool. And you do it a lot of the same way that you build the artifacts, but there are some slight differences, so pay close attention. What we're going to do is go to Post, and we're going to select Add New. Now I've grabbed some text off of another page. We're going to call this Martin Luther King Jr. The History. And let's say that this is going to be, over the course of a year, 5 different writers submitted stuff to the Pearson Museum, and it's all about Martin Luther King, and then somebody decides that they're going to curate an exhibit on Mr. Martin Luther King. So they're going to write a whole story, and they're going to link to the other articles where people can get a really in-depth look at either pictures of him or video. So I'm just going to grab a big chunk of text here from this page. You can grab it from, a notepad or your Word document. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste it here. And let's say now we have a video, and I want to link to a video of Martin Luther King Jr. So I can go here and I'm going to go to my text editor. Now you'll see that everything is turned into HTML. And you don't need that. That's just the sign for a space in HTML. And let's go to YouTube real quick. And let's grab the I Have a Dream speech. I have a dream. Now this is if it's not already on another page, so we're going to look at it both ways. So let's say it's this one. We don't need to hear it. We've heard it. We're going to share it. We're going to click Embed. We can pick the video size. Let's pick 640 by 480. We're going to copy that. And remember, we are in text mode. It will not work if it's in visual mode. We're going to paste that right there. Then when we go to visual, you'll see a box show up where the video is going to live. Now let's say we want to link to another artifact that we did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an image here, and I grabbed some photos. So we're going to click on that. We're going to upload files, select files, and then I uploaded just now 3 images of Dr. King, and we're going to open all of those. Now they're all going to load. There's our first one, our second one, which happens to be the same image, and our third one. Now remember, we want to title each image, so this will be Martin Luther King 1, MLK 1, and then we're going to name it Martin Luther, whoops, not in that field, in the alt text field. This is important for search engine optimization. Martin Luther King Pearson exhibit. Right? And let's go ahead and insert this one into post. Now you're never going to want to use the same alt attribute text twice. So we're going to put that picture in. Oh, all 3 of them showed up. Not a big deal. Just erase the 2 that you don't want. And let's justify this picture. I want to have it left justified. I'm going to shrink it, left justify it, hit update, and it'll show up there. Now, I know that we have another article about him, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this picture to that page. So let's say it's www, or you have to do http://www.pearson.com/MLK. Now this isn't a real link, but you would find the real link for that and put it right there. Hit update. And now when you click on that image, let's just preview it real quick. It's loading. Okay, we've got our history, we've got our video, and then we've got our picture here. And if I click this video, this image is going to take us to the page. Obviously that page is not found, so it's not going to take us there. But if it was an active page, you would go to that page. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that from searching for the page. And we're going to go back. And we're going to go back to our post. And we're going to go ahead and say let's say we had another video. And or another article about Dr. King. We're going to go to Add Media, and we're going to select this picture, and we're going to call it MLK2, and with this is what we'll call it Martin Luther King 1966, and then attribute it to Pearson. Okay, and you want to make sure that you have access and rights to the pictures. Oops, it went to the wrong spot, so we're going to grab that. And we're going to put it right here in this spot, the alt attribute text, and we're going to insert that into the post. And there it is. And let's go ahead and let's just reduce it a little bit, and let's this time put it on the right. You can see our alternative text is there, and we're going to update it. Right now let's add a link. So if we have another article, maybe that's just about his preparation for that speech, we would put in the URL here. And we would do www.pearson.com 1966 /. So whatever the link is to the article that the artifact that you're linking to, so that people can explore it more. And let's preview that. Great, let's look at it. So now we've got doctor, the pictures, and these all link right to the doctor. This one's a little off because the text isn't long enough, so I would go back and either move the picture or resize it so that it didn't go outside of this line right here. But that's part of web development. You just got to tweak as you go. So we'll go ahead here, and just for giggles, we're going to make this smaller so we can make sure it looks right. Update it, and now preview it. It's loading here. It hasn't loaded. There it loaded, and there we go. He's in the spot, and if you clicked on it, it would link to the link that we were sending people to. And now we have our full MLK exhibit that links to all the artifacts that we have. And what we're going to do here is now we're going to call this a featured exhibit. And let's say we want to take it out of featured exhibit at some point, and we want to move it to past exhibit. And so we would publish it. So either way, if we publish it as a featured, okay, now we've published it as a feature. So now it's publishing. So now it's live. And we also want to remember that we got to put in our featured image. And like I said in our past videos, they have to be a certain image size. And this is an example of one that's 688 by 404. That means it'll show up well in Retina displays. We set the featured image. The featured image will show up down here. Great. And now let's say, okay, we want to update it because we added our featured image because we forgot. Which happens. You can make mistakes, go back and forth and fix. Perfect. Now it's all live. Now let's say a month later we're like, okay, that we don't want that to be in featured exhibits anymore. We just simply unclick that and click past exhibits and then update, and now we move to the past exhibits category. And that is how you make a really awesome exhibit on this cool Pearson Museum website. Thanks for joining, and feel free to contact me at jason@brainbytescreative.com with any questions, and that's BYTES, Brain Bites Creative. Thanks a lot.